Hello friends, welcome back. Today in this video for the subject basic thermodynamics, unit number 3, second law of thermodynamics, we are going to discuss the different ideal gas laws. So, the contents of today's video are: what is an ideal gas, ideal gas laws. In ideal gas laws, we will study Charles law, Boyle's law, Gay-Lussac's law and Avogadro's law. Now, what is an ideal gas? So, in this diagram you can see two diagrams which gives you the idea of a ideal gas, a real gas. Okay. These are the two examples of ideal and real gases. So, what do you understand by an ideal gas? So, ideal gas is a gas having no forces of intermolecular interaction. So, such gas is called as the ideal gas. The gases which follow the gas laws at all ranges of pressures and temperatures are considered as ideal gases. So, these gases follow the laws at all the ranges of pressures and temperatures. An ideal gas obeys PV is equal to RT, that is the equation of state. The specific heat capacities are not constant, but are a function of temperature. It is a function of temperature. In reality, there is no ideal or a perfect gas. So, at low pressures and at very high temperatures, even real gases will act as a ideal gas. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, helium behave nearly as a perfect gas or a ideal gas. All gases behave in nearly a similar way, especially at a pressure or at pressures considerably lower than the critical pressures and at temperatures above the critical temperatures. So, it means that they will quite similarly behave at critical pressures and temperatures. The relationship or the relation between the independent properties such as the pressure, specific volume and temperatures for a pure substance is known as equation of state. So, what is equation of state? That is the relationship between the independent pressures, volumes and temperatures for a pure substance is equation of state. In engineering calculations, the equation of state for a perfect gas can be used for real gases also, so long as the pressure as well as are below the critical pressures and temperatures. So, it will we can readily use this equation of state, that is PV is equal to RT, and the derivation we are going to see in the next video for that is PV is equal to RT. So, this was regarding the ideal gases. Now, let us begin with the Charles law. Now, in Charles law, it states that if any gases or any gas is heated at constant pressure, its volume changes directly as its absolute temperature. So, here what we can say, this is constant pressure heating. So, volume is directly proportional to the temperature, and what remains constant? P remains constant. Here the constant term or parameter is P. So, you can write this as V upon T. So, this ratio V upon T will be constant. So, this ratio will be constant at what condition? As long as the pressure remains constant. So, in this diagram you can clearly see, in this diagram the pressure remains constant here at the top. Okay, the pressure, a weight is provided and a liquid is heated from the bottom. Okay, pressure is same. So, what changes? volume changes and temperature changes. So, this is the Charles law, and in this diagram also you can see on the y axis you have the volume, on x axis you have the temperature, and these are directly proportional. So, volume and temperature is directly proportional, keeping the value of pressure as constant. And so, from this you can write, if the gas changes the volume from V1 to V2 and absolute temperature from T1 to T2 without any change in pressure. So, in this condition you can write V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. Now, here pressure is constant. So, the meaning is what? This volume and temperature ratios are constant. Boyle's law. Now, let us see the Boyle's law. Now, what is the Boyle's law statement? It states that volume of a given mass of a perfect gas varies inversely as the absolute pressure when the temperature is the temperature parameter is kept constant. Now, here please remember that in this case volume is directly proportional to 1 upon P. 1 upon P means inverse of pressure, or in other words V is directly proportional to 1 upon P, or V is inversely proportional to the pressure. V is volume here and P is the pressure. Now, what remains constant in this case? The term that remains constant is the temperature. So, you can write PV is equal to constant. So, the product of PV remains constant. Okay. Now, in this diagram you can quite well see that this is a piston cylinder arrangement. Okay. And here heating is done. From at the bottom you can see it is heated, heating is done, and temperature remains constant here. So, the temperature parameter will remain constant. T is constant. What is changing? The pressure changes, and the volume changes. Here you can see the volume at this top. Volume will change, temperature is constant. So, in this graphical way also, on the x axis you have the y axis you have the volume, x axis you have the pressure, and it is inversely proportional, you can see, right. And that same graphical representation is shown here. So, with that, at any point of pressure P1 and pressure volume V1, keeping the temperature constant, we can write this relation, that is P1 upon P2 is equal to V2 upon V1. Now, let us discuss the Gay-Lussac's law. Now, what does the Gay-Lussac's law says, or what is the statement of that law? Gay-Lussac's law, it is sometimes also called as Amonton's law, states that at the pressure of a given mass of the gas varies directly with the absolute temperature of the gas when volume is kept constant. Now, here in this case, which parameter is constant? The parameter of volume, V is constant here. So, pressure is directly proportional to the temperature. So, pressure upon temperature will give you the constant. Here K is what? The constant of proportionality, you can say, a constant parameter K. P upon T is equal to constant, and here the volume is kept constant. Now, in this diagram also you can see on the y axis you have the pressure, on the x axis you have the temperature, but volume is kept constant. Here you can see this parameter V is kept constant. Okay. Similarly, now you can write that PV is equal to constant, because of the same reason you can write PV is equal to constant. as long as the temperature parameter. Okay. Now, in this diagram you can see this is a enclosed flask having a certain mass of gas, and it is enclosed. You can see it is enclosed here, and it is dipped in water. Now, this water is heated. Okay. Now, what will happen? As the water gets heated, the temperature will rise. Okay. The temperature will rise here on the x axis, and pressure, you can see this the pressure gauge here, the pressure will also rise, but the volume, these boundaries are sealed. So, volume will not change. So, volume will remain same, and that is the Gay-Lussac's law. And with this law you can write that for any instant having pressure P1, temperature T1, and pressure P2, temperature T2, P1 upon T1 is equal to P2 upon T2. So, this will remain constant, this ratio will remain constant, and what parameter is kept constant? That is the volume parameter is kept constant. So, this ratio will remain constant, please remember this. Now, let us discuss the Avogadro's law. Now, what does the Avogadro's law tell us? It says this law describes how under the same conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volumes of all gases contain the same number of molecules. So, the number of molecules will not change. Under which conditions? So, the same condition where your temperature, pressure and equal volumes. Okay. So, the molecules will not change. So, we can write that volume is directly proportional to N, keeping what constant? Keeping the volume constant. Okay. So, here equal volumes are there. So, we can say that P upon T, because this is equal parameter, is kept constant, but V upon N is equal to K. Now, how this K came? Because here V is directly proportional to N, please remember this thing. Okay. And what is V? V is the volume of the gas, and N is the amount of substance of the gas, or measured in moles. Okay. And here what is the K parameter? K parameter is the constant for what? Again I repeat, pressure and temperature. So, you can see in this diagram also, see this equation also, P upon T is constant here. Okay. But V upon N is also constant. Now, this K is what? This P upon T, right, and here N is the number of amount of substance, that is what we can say the measured in moles. So, these are the references. These are the references. Thank you friends. Thank you very much.